Hey guys, this is my everyday makeup routine tutorial. It's perfect for school or work or just going to the mall or just doing everyday activities where you don't want to be super dressed up but you want to look a little done up. So this is that, and if you would like to see how I did this, then please keep watching. Normally I would do my makeup before I do my hair and before I get dressed, but for the sake of this video I went ahead and got dressed and did my hair already. So the next thing that I always do is tie my hair back so that it doesn't get in the way when I'm trying to do my makeup. I'm going to use Chanel Perfection Lumiere foundation. This is my holy grail of all foundations. I've been using it for years now. I just love it. It's very high coverage but still really natural looking since it's not a completely matte finish. So I'm just going to put this all over my face. I just get about a squirt and a half of that, and I find it's enough to do my entire face. I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush. It's the Expert Face Brush, this dense round one here. And I'm going to do my entire face like this. Just buffing it in. Next, I've still got a few blemishes that I need to conceal. I'm going to be using my Lancome Under Eye Concealer. I'm going to use this not just under my eyes, I also have a little pimple on my chin, but for the most part I only conceal under my eyes, and this works for both. I know it's specifically for under eyes, but I find you can also use it for other areas of your face as long as the foundation shade matches. I'm just getting it on my ring finger and patting and then spreading. They say you should never really rub around your eye areas because it'll give you wrinkles, but I usually pat the product on and then I'll blend it in a little bit like that. Next, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. I'm going to be using a product I've only had for a few weeks now, but I already really love. It's the Anastasia Dip Brow in Blonde, and I was trying to get my hands on this for a very long time. Every time I went to Sephora for probably over 6 months, they were always sold out of the blonde. They had tons of brunette and everything like that, but they never had any blonde. So I finally got my hands on this, and I actually really love it because you can still have defined brows and still make it look fairly natural. And you barely use any of the product. I barely dipped into this, and I've had it for weeks now, which is really exciting. I'm going to take this angled brush. This is from Eco Tools. I got it from London Drugs. The name and number has rubbed off, but these are really good and they're very cheap. I think this was $2, something like that, and it's an awesome tool. I've had it for so many years. I bought these when I was in high school and they're still in great condition, so I recommend those brushes if you're looking for an inexpensive brush that will last. Just going to fill in my brows. I use quite a light hand for an everyday basis. If you're interested, I have a full video on my channel about how I grew out my eyebrows. All about how I did that, because I used to have very sparse, thin eyebrows, and now they're quite full in my opinion for blonde eyebrows. I like to take the highlighter that I'm going to be using on my cheeks, and I'll put that all over the lid, and then for the crease, I'll use the bronzer that I'm going to be using, and I'll put that in my crease, and I find it gives a nice sort of uniform look and doesn't make it look too done up for just during the day. The highlight color that I'm going to use is NARS Albatross, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Albatross by NARS. And I'll just take a flat paddle brush. This is another one by Eco Tools. It's just their little eyeshadow brush here. And I'll take that and I'll put it all over my lid. And then next I'm going to use the bronzer that I'm going to use on my cheeks, and it is the Chocolate Soleil bronzer from the Too Faced Beauty Wishes and Sweet Kisses palette. And I'm going to use a fluffy blending brush to apply this on. As you can see, it's gotten a little brown from I do this every day, but I find it just gives a softer look if you start off with the blending brush. If I'm going to do a more dramatic look, I'll pat it on first with like a paddle brush into the crease, and then I'll blend it out. But for this, I'm just going to put it directly onto the blending brush and blend it into my crease. I really like this Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I think it's very good to use on your eyes if you have blue eyes like mine. I find it really makes it pop because the warm tones in the bronzer. We're going to take a tiny little brush like this one here, just a tiny little brush, and I'm going to take that Chocolate Soleil bronzer again, and I'm just going to push it up underneath my lower lash line. Same on both sides. This eyeliner, it's by The Balm. I'm looking for the name here. Showing, I think, black eyeliner. It is the one that comes in the little baseball packaging. I like this a lot. I got this from my local London Drugs as well, and I think it's good. It's not waterproof though, so if you want a waterproof eyeliner, I suggest going with another one. I'm going to just do a tight, thin line all over my eye. I'm going to apply mascara. I am going to use Mega Plush Volume by Maybelline. Bronzer, I am going to use this Real Technique Dome brush. I got it in the little face brush set, and this is, I find, the best brush I have ever had for bronzer because it's really good. You can get in there really tight right underneath your cheekbones and not have it go like all over your face, you know? So I'm going to take that same bronzer I used on my eyes, and I'm just going to do my little fishy face to find my cheekbones and just put that there. I'm not going to draw it too close towards the inside of my cheeks. I find it looks more subtle if you just sort of have it on the outside here. And I'm just going to dab a little bit on my temples. And now I'm going to use that same highlighter I used on my eyes, and I am going to use this flat top blush brush by Real Techniques. I'm going to put that underneath my eyes and on my cheekbones. Next, for blush, I'm going to use this same brush that I just used, and I'm going to use MAC's Stay Pretty blush. I like this a lot. It's just a matte pink blush. It's very natural looking, just looks like a natural flush of your cheeks. I'm going to take a little bit, then tap off the excess, and just apply that to the apples of my cheeks. Do a lighter glossy pink lip. My Outlast lip stain in a pink shade, and I'm going to lightly dab this on my lips and then blend it in with my finger. I'm going to put on my Gosh Lip and Shine lip glaze. It doesn't seem to say the color on here. It's just a shimmery pink color. I've had this for quite a while now, and it has that cute little light in it. So I'm just going to put that on my lips. It's the end of the tutorial. I want to thank you very much for your support and everything. You've all been very nice to me when I'm just starting up my channel, and that's greatly appreciated. And I would please like for you to comment, rate, subscribe. If you want to share it with somebody, that would be super helpful. You know, spread the love. Okay, well, thank you very much, and bye-bye!